now, ladies and gentlemen, Unscripted with the Crack Man, Bill Krackomberger. Oh, yeah. What's happening?
Good morning. Randy McKay just texted me with that. So the bracket, is it free for everybody?
Free for everybody.
So just sign up and
you go VSIN.com/contest. You go in there. It's free. 20 picks against the spread or totals first round today and tomorrow. Then 10 Saturday and Sunday, followed by 4 in the Sweet 16, 3 in the Elite 8, 2 in the Final 4, 1 in the championship game, and who's ever on top gets $3,000.
It's such positive EV because it's not going to be a lot of people like a nationwide ESPN contest or something.
That's right. And we got about
$3,000.
We got about 50 employees at VSiN, including everybody's favorite hosts that are in it. Oh. So even if you don't win the whole thing, right, you get to say, "Oh, I crushed Gill," or I crushed Kelley.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. And
if you're very impressed by that.
No, they're giving away $3,000, right?
$3,000 for first, $1,500 for second, $500 for third.
Who's putting all the money?
Well, VSiN is, of course.
Wow. All right.
Why does you sound so surprised?
Mighty nice of them.
It is mighty nice of them. Yeah. So you just walked in here. Now people are filing in.
I didn't expect it. I got out here a little early. I got here like 7:20.
Yeah.
And to go get a coffee. And there was like all these people lining up at 7:20. I was like, what are they lining up for? But I figured it was something to do with, but the games aren't for 2 hours later, but they were lining up to get in there, get their spot upstairs, I guess, right?
Upstairs.
At a party?
Every seat here in the Sportsbook behind us, I should probably talk to the mic. Every seat behind us is sold.
Right.
Packed. So, yeah, the line you saw is for another viewing location here.
I just put a tweet up about it. I just took a little video. You could just feel it, though. It's just as soon as you get out, as soon as you start walking, towards the book, it's like you all these groups of young guys with their backpacks. And
it's so great.
I seen some guys. I seen a crew with, like, their sweatsuits and sneakers, and they reminded me of like being back home. Like these guys are all flew in, and they right from the plane with their sweatsuits, their tracksuits, and
gym tanning laundry, GTL.
Yeah,
they're all about it.
It was pretty cool.
Is there any better event than March Madness?
No,
nothing.
Blows away the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Crushes it.
Yeah, the Super Bowl is just that one day. I know it's a big event. This year it was a kind of a bust here in Vegas.
It was a bust.
A little bit different.
The public finally said enough is enough. We're not paying these prices. But March Madness is, and the weather cooperated starting today.
Oh, yeah, it did. It was so cold here.
Yesterday was
freezing,
terrible.
Windy. 2 days ago, forget it.
2 days ago, forget it.
Yeah.
But today's supposed to be beautiful.
Hey, you know what pisses me off? So I had to, you know how hard it is to get rooms. Like this is a tough time of the year. You come in for I got a free room for a buddy of mine on the Strip Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, let me be honest with you. He's not that much of a buddy anymore. Because he didn't even call me or anything. He just like Thursday night, I'm like, hey, you never showed up for the room. And I didn't check in with him. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not coming. Oh, time out.
Wow.
What do you mean you're not coming?
Wow.
Do you know how hard it is to get a room?
Yeah.
By the way, it's only a comp room. It's free on the Strip, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if I didn't get a text from their reservation department knowing what time we're checking in, I totally forgot about I got a room for. That just
didn't do you the courtesy of saying I'm not coming.
So mad. And then I tried to give it away to someone and no one wanted to go. I was like, listen, I got a room for 4 nights, a nice room on the Strip. You guys, anyone can have it. Like, I offered like 5 different people the room, and like, oh no, can't get there, like.
We're gonna have a slew of people tweeting in. Everybody's gonna be like, can I get that room?
I didn't think of that. Yeah. But no resort fees and a room comped, and I just didn't. I don't get people. And if it was something happened, an emergency or something happened,
it's an amazing lack of courtesy. It really is.
No, it's just I'm sick of people, man. I really am. I'm just sick of everybody. And not everyone. I'm just saying. I'm down on people right now. I really am. I'm down on the.
You're selling. You're going short on people. Selling stock in them.
Yeah, and I'm not in the best mood either. Again, sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Why? What's got your goat today?
I talked about it on my podcast yesterday a little bit. So I don't really have too many friends, real friends, you know what I mean? A lot of acquaintances and gambling acquaintances and stuff, but I only have a couple friends back home, and they're back home, and always back home. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania will always be considered back home for me. And I've done so many of the VSiN segments from my buddy's place in Atlantic City, overlooking the water. Every episode that I've ever done here over these years, and I said I'm in Atlantic City, I'm in my buddy's apartment overlooking the Ocean Casino on a high-rise. Beautiful place. Love the place. And
Ocean is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of look, yeah.
55 years old, he died.
Oh, no.
And this is a kid who was in unbelievable shape. You know, he was like 6'2", 175, 180, handsome, worked out a lot, and but he had type 1 diabetes. So type 1, which is, that's nothing to do with what you're eating and stuff. Not as much anyway as type 2. And he got an infection in his toe, and we still don't know the official reason. But I talked to him 8 days ago.
Oh, my God.
I talked to him every week. I spent months with him there. And, I didn't expect this. So it really bothered me, and I've been down on it. And it's a teeter-totter for me because, we're having that service this weekend on Sunday, and it's March Madness, and I just tried to dedicate my podcast yesterday to him, and I wanted to mention him here.
I'm sorry for your loss, man.
Let me tell you something. Craig Crosby showed me in life a lot of things I say on this show. Craig taught me. Craig was a casino executive for years in this town. I met him at Planet Hollywood. He went to Tropicana and then went over to Treasure Island. And he was a big executive. He, Mr. Ruffin loved him. I mean, they were real close. And he just taught me so many things that I talk about in life here. Because Craig was one of those guys that didn't sweat the money. He bought business, so he would try to bring you in. He would give you a deal on the way in. And by the way, by doing that, he made the company a lot of money. He wasn't a company man, but he made the company a lot of money because he knew that if you build it, just open the doors, they will come. Even though those sweat guys at Treasure Island.
Is this the 55-year-old who just passed? This is who you're referring to?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though, like I said, that Treasure Island is a sweatshop. And they're scared to death over there to book anybody. And I can go after them because, recently I walked in there. Maybe I'm overcomped in the system, but these guys take it so serious. I brought business in, and in general, I walked in there recently, and one of the shift managers seen me and stopped. He's like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Am I not allowed in?" He goes, "No, you're allowed in. But what are you doing here?" And with a straight deadpan face, I said, "Well, to be honest with you, I'm here to pass post. I'm going to go in there. I want to play some craps and put some money up, and I'm probably going to pass post, take a shot at you guys." I was dead serious.
Yeah, of course I did.
Said it to him straight up. Of course I did. He's just one of the typical antiques stealing money at the casino. He's literally stealing a paycheck for 20-some years. I wouldn't hire him. I wouldn't give him a mop job. I wouldn't. He knows it. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, and you're going to watch because you watch my shows. Yeah, but Craig would bring you in and give you comps ahead of time. Come on in the steakhouse. Come in, we'll give you a meal. Here's my card. If you want to gamble, you gamble. If not, don't worry about it. You got my card. Maybe you recommend someone to me. That's the kind of guy he was. A knock-around guy. Very intelligent, too. Book smart and street smart. Hard to get. Hard to find in this country. So I'm glad you guys, I know this is March Madness, and I'm sorry to take up that much time talking about a friend, but he was a friend, and I don't have many by choice.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
You have friends here, including myself.
I know that. Yeah. And I don't mean to come off like that. I'm sorry if I am. I don't mean to come off
That's all right.
like that.
No, we understand.
This business makes you, as time goes on, you get tougher and tougher of a front you put up, because let me just tell you, it's a cash business that I'm in. It's a business that I'm betting sports, and everyone wants to be involved. And, let me be a runner for you. Let me help you. You don't even know me. And people on Twitter, I can be a runner for you. I can get in here. Don't worry, I can. Who are you? You want to put the money up? Like if you put your money up, maybe I can. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
All right.
Anyway, it is what it is.
We will come back. I will give my 20 plays that I made in the VSIN Bracket Challenge. A little later, I'll give my 3 Survivor plays that I made. Grace Remington will check in with a Vibe report from the Circa book behind us. And Bill lets us know why he almost missed the show today for a betting opportunity. It's next on A Numbers Game. Guys, I know that there were some hard feelings in regards to the secret sushi spot. Let me be the first to extend the olive branch and invite you guys to my favorite sushi spot, Long John Silver's. What? Doesn't count. Stat Logic Sports. If it makes you feel better, and it probably should, I'm betting Michigan -2.5, -108. Think that spread should be closer to 6. And no way UCSD can match up physically to the big guys, in my opinion. Brian Young. Meeting canceled today means one thing. Listening to Unscripted with Bill Krackomberger and Gill on A Numbers Game right before the NCAA games. Hope to see Bill soon at Mohegan Sun.
Oh, okay. In Connecticut, then.
Yeah.
I go in there once in a while. FanDuel at the counter.
New York Mess 16, bringing back memories of the Sergio Tacchini tracksuits, very popular in your local pizzeria. Sergio Tacchini. Was it
That's
Tacchini or
right.
Tacchini? Yeah.
Tacchini, I remember them.
I remember those
Yeah.
commercials. Mark Goldberg. Bill and I just talked about how much we like people at dinner last week.
Oh,
and
God.
our definition of insanity, trying to be nice to people. We should not be surprised, Bill. Let's see here.
Love Mark.
Chance, Bill, we can hear it in your voice. Condolences to you for the loss of your friend. You are
thank you,
a real
thank
one. Evan Klein had to break up with a girl because of her unhealthy obsession with Impractical Jokers. Hopefully Adam gets help. And Ed2112 says, I'm done with the White Lotus unless Crackman is in season 4. Let's get Crack in season 4.
Thank you.
Here are my, by the way, fade or follow. But for the VSIN Bracket Challenge, which now we are down to 29 minutes. You have 29 minutes left to submit at vsin.com/contest here. Here are my 20. Georgia plus the 6 versus Gonzaga. Got the worst of that because now it's even higher. Drake plus 6.5 versus Mizzou. Yale plus the 7 versus A&M. Sadly, because I don't like this one, but I bet it, so I put it in the bracket challenge as well. UCSD plus 2.5 versus Michigan. Carolina minus the 1.5 versus Ole Miss. Liberty plus the 7.5 versus Oregon. Grand Canyon, that was the very first bet I made in this first round. Plus 10 versus Maryland. Memphis, going with Penny Hardaway's guys, plus 2.5 versus Colorado State. The Robert Morris Alabama over 166.5. I just need Bama to go crazy like they often do with scoring. I also took Alabama minus the 23 versus Robert Morris. Sorry, my mishbucha Chrissy Andrews went to Robert Morris. My apologies. Right column, Arkansas plus the 4.5 versus Kansas. I'm not a fan of Kansas. UCLA minus the 5.5 versus Utah State. Drake Mizzou under 132. I want Drake to do their possession thing, their low possession thing. Montana, Wisconsin over 151.5, hoping the Badgers do their 3-point barrage. Wofford, Tennessee under 133. I think the Vols clamp down. Norfolk State, Florida under 153.5. I genuinely don't know how many points Norfolk State is going to score in this game. Grand Canyon, Maryland over 150. Need the Crab 5 and Grand Canyon to play at a high pace, and Maryland to go crazy on the threes, also Grand Canyon to do so as well. And here's where it got like this. So after 17, then I was like, okay, I got to get 3 more of these. Omaha, St. John's under 146. Clamp down, Patino. Oklahoma plus the points against UConn, just because I don't think UConn should be 4.5-point favorites there. And then Iowa State, despite the loss of Keyshawn Gilbert, I have them laying 2 touchdowns against Lipscomb. So there you go. Those are my 20 for what it's worth.
Does everyone get to see them?
I'm going to show it.
You just said it, but does everyone get to see everyone else's picks now, or?
I don't know. No, before the contest starts, they definitely don't get to see it. So I'm just sharing mine.
Right. All right. Yeah. Mine will be up there.
All right. So
during the show.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you got going on here? It's like it's like an oven. I had like an Uncle Moish that would love it here. No, I mean
Uncle Moish. It's
Uncle Hyman.
The thermostat says 73.3.
It's at least that. I'm dying.
It's so funny. Dave Ross, who does Buy the Books before us, and Kelley, they get into a bit of a climate control battle.
Yeah.
It's a little passive-aggressive thing they have going.
No, wait. Kelley wants it hot?
I don't know who wants to. Kelley, do you want it hot or Kelley wants it cold?
Jesus,
I can't remember.
Mary and Joseph, I'm dying.
Okay, Kelley says it's 64 when Dave Ross is in here.
Oh, that's the way I want it.
Yeah, that's how you want it?
Okay.
And then Stormy comes in here and she wants a different way. I'm the only
tough.
one who never says anything.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Climate Adapter.
So much for the shot at Hyman and Moishi.
Moishi. I like Moishi. Okay, so we were a little touch and go this morning.
Right.
And we had mentioned this last week when you were on.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But Bill and I met years ago at the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock has a place in our hearts. I don't go there anymore because it feels weird. There's ghosts in there. It's ghosts.
Ditto.
But it is now Virgin, and they are doing this March Madness thing where you literally were like, I don't think I want to come in. I want to go bet over there.
I was going to do the first 30 minutes on maybe on the the phone.
It's no juice for these games.
Yeah. So first of all, they threw out Mohegan Sun finally. Mohegan Sun, for some reason, they have so many different good games over in Fox, in Connecticut, but yet the selections of games here They just thought it was the Virgin brand and people will come in. And if you build it, they will come. It's not on the Strip. It's not an easy, unless you market those people. So their hands were tied when Mohegan not giving good payouts, not giving good deals. The place is dead. There's nobody there. I was there 2 days ago. I mean, again, Sherman tank right through the place, wouldn't hit anybody, wouldn't touch anybody's.
Yeah,
but
can you believe they got rid of the circle bar in the middle? They leveled that off.
Yes.
And then they were like, what else do we have great here? Oh, the lagoon, the pool. Let's get rid of that too. That's the equivalent of Circa. That's the equivalent of Derek Stevens waking up tomorrow morning and going, you know what? We're going to get rid of the beautiful sportsbook and Stadium Swim.
You're right. They got rid of them. I never really gave that a thought.
It's like your two greatest things.
I mean, Nobu's still there. If you want to pay, $60 for a piece of fish.
For a little salmon sashimi.
Yeah. But, my buddy Scott's an executive over there, but I haven't been there in a long time because they just don't want anyone that had a brain the way it was worked there. And even Scott's bosses, his hands were tied, and even Scott's boss's hands were tied. So now they're trying to attract gamblers again. Let's do this no juice promotion. By the way, they had Betfred in there. They threw them out of town, and now they're booking the bets over there. So now you have. They're booking the bets in-house, and they were very nice to me. I went in 2 days ago, talked to the management that was there, and they were very nice, very friendly, explained to me a little bit how things are going to work. It's going to be a little bit rough maybe here the first day. They're going to have 4 tellers, and there is no odds board inside of the casino, it's a little sports book. You have to walk to the outside of it to see the odds board, which I don't understand. How come they have to fix that? Or how can there not be odds inside the sports book?
It's great.
There's no app.
This is going to go
So I was like,
well.
how do you get the lines, guys?
Yeah.
They were like, we just have to ask the clerk what the line is. I said, wait a minute, hold on. It's going to be like the old days in New York. Hey, Joe, give me a rundown. And he's talking on the phone and get a rundown. You have to get a rundown, I guess. So every line is going to have no juice on it. So let's use the first game. So the first game start 9:15. That's the reason why I was going to go over there, to be honest with you. Louisville Creighton
tips it off.
Louisville Creighton tips it off. So it's -3, -14 at Chris, -3 at Circa. I'm looking -3.5 at DraftKings. So they're going to probably use a 3 on that. So it's -3, no juice, up to $3,000 bet. You can bet -3, 3,000 to win 3,000, or +3, 3,000 to win 3,000. Of course, most people aren't going to bet that, but still, even $100, $200. This is a great opportunity if you bet. But yet, Gill, I don't think a lot of people are still interested in it. Because
a lot of people don't know about it.
It's just, how can they? I retweeted the thing for them and put up on my socials, and their social media staff, I don't know where they come from. They must have a nice degree on the wall and no common sense, because they didn't even retweet it, didn't even do anything, didn't even talk about it. I mean, honestly, it's hard to build a casino full of people that don't gamble. That's what I'll tell you. That's a blanket statement for casino wide. Yeah. That's not just trying to pick on them. But so anyway,
you're headed over after this, though.
I am.
Yeah.
But you have to have a card. You have to sign up for a card, which I did 2 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
Signed up for a card, gave my tax form ID, because I'm sure I'll go over to 10. So you want to get that out of the way now. You don't want to, in the middle of betting, we need your ID and we have to fill out a tax form.
So if a team is favored by 3, you go in there, no juice, you make a bet. Let's say you bet a dime on a team that is
Louisville Creighton. Let's use.
Yeah, let's say it's -3.
Yeah,
right. And let's say so many people bet the -3 that they move it to 3.5. You can then bet the +3.5. No juice.
I didn't want you to give that away, but I'm not saying that's going to happen. But listen, if everyone is betting one side, and here I look right now as we speak, as you can see Pinnacle's line. So like -3 even, -3 plus 01, whatever. I'm sure there's going to be other places. You know what's going to be a big opportunity for people that have these like forecasters and these different little 1 and 2 cent shops.
Yes.
That maybe they have someone there, whatever it may be. They could do some scalping and stuff. I'm not really looking to do too much scalping right now, anyway. But I would middle it like you said, -3, and everyone's betting the -3. Well, what happens then? Then it goes to 3.5. They have to move it. And can I come back on the other side? Sportsbooks don't like when you bet both ways with them. I don't know this situation.
Maybe they won't let us, huh?
Sportsbooks do not like when you're betting both sides of the games, especially here where it's 0 juice. I'm sure it's a quick way to see the exit. But hey, They're offering it though. So it should be fun. It should be fun. So all the telephone tough guys that like to come after me, that's where I'm going to be.
Telephone tough guys. Yeah, that's right. All of you. Say it to our faces.
Yeah, no, that's where I'll be. They'll be asking for pictures when I go there.
Circa Sportsbook packed up behind us, getting packed. Grace Remington on the spot next. The book behind us here at Circa is filling up rapidly. The buzz is in the air. And, of course, look at that live shot of the Sportsbook here at Circa, the lovely Circa Resort Casino, the largest sportsbook in the world. Those screens are spectacular. And then, of course, there's Stadium Swim and our own Grace Remington, who you can follow on Twitter at Grace Remy TV. She has the Circa Swim assignment, and she joins us now from atop the pool, her perch overlooking the pool, our Vibe Report. How you doing, Grace? Good to see you.
Hey, I'm doing great, and you're right, tough assignment, right? I get to hang out in the pool in the sunshine all day long, but it feels like Christmas morning here in wonderful Las Vegas. March Madness has finally arrived. I got to the Circa Sportsbook today at 8 a.m. local time. There are already people in line downstairs placing their wagers. They just opened the gates here at Stadium Swim for that first 8 to 4 o'clock slate, and there were people in line waiting for those doors to open. So they have the 6 pools open today. They have 2 jacuzzis on the side. They have this 143-foot screen you see behind me, so you won't miss a single basket from any game going on. No channel switching if you're here. So it's going to be a fun day. A little chilly, but as it warms up, as the sun starts to come out from behind the Circa Sportsbook building, it's going to be a party out here.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. I know it's 8:32 local time, but by the time these games tip off, it should be lovely out there. What about your thoughts on the early sort of set of games? I know you have some.
Yes, so one of my favorite betting systems to play every single year in March Madness is first half unders. They have been 55% since 2017, and when you narrow it down to these early tip-off games, so that's any game that tips off before 1 o'clock Eastern times, it gets even better, 58% since 2011. So some of the games tipping off today in the early slot are Creighton at Louisville. That would be an under 68.5. I found the best price, -110 at ESPN Bet. High Point at Purdue. That one's a little bit more riskier considering the shooting upside of High Point, but that would be an under 73.5. And then Montana and Wisconsin is an under 72. That one's also juiced a little bit at -115 at Caesars. So the sportsbooks are catching on to this system because it wins year after year. Another way I figured to play that game is fading Wisconsin, specifically their first half team total under 40.5. You can get it at -102 at FanDuel. And Wisconsin, I'm actually fading them in a different way this tournament too. I picked them to miss the Sweet 16 at even odds. They have a really tough turnaround here. They played 4 games in 4 days in the Big Ten tournament. They had to fly back to Wisconsin. Then they had to fly to Denver, where they will be playing in altitude on short rest. Their first round opponent, Montana, is used to playing in the altitude, and their second round opponent, potentially BYU, also plays in the altitude. So I'm fading Wisconsin in the futures market, and then today in that first half team total.
Yeah, and I love the unders in the early games. Our buddy Steve Fezzik loves that traditionally as well, and it makes intuitive sense, right? They're kids playing in their biggest games of their lives. Maybe there's a body clock issue too this early in the day. Grace, you're going to be out there all day with reports?
Yes, I'll be hanging out, watching some of the reactions of these games. Hopefully people are betting the first half unders with me. That's always a sweaty one. So next time I'm on VSIN, if I've worked up a sweat, now you know why. Those are some of the most fun bets to follow, but also some of the sweatiest ones too. But I'll just be checking out all the action here, talking to some of the people who have decided to come out and hang out today, hopefully get some cool stories. But it's going to be a fun one, guys.
All right. If anybody bothers you, you let us know, okay?
Will do.
All right. Grace Remington, everybody. Thank you, Grace. Appreciate it. And our own Joe Serralo will be having a live on-the-scene reports all day from both Stadium Swim and the Circa Sportsbook. It's our Vibe Report all day long here at the network as we are, 40 minutes away from tip-off.
Listen, I got to go back into this here. If you're betting more than $100 a game, like I say, that's serious money. I talk about it. And you don't have more than 1 or 2 outs, shame on you. Because I'm looking now at some first half lines. And, give you a perfect example. I like Yale today. Mm-hmm. So I like Yale. And there's 4.5 on the first half at 2 shops and 4 at 25 shops. Doesn't sound like a lot. Half a point, no big deal. It's a first half, first of all, so it's only the first half of the game. Half a points mean everything. So I'm looking across the board here. Montana, Wisconsin, first half. There's 9.5s and there's 2 rogue 10s. These things mean something. So you should, shame on you if you're just betting with one local guy and only have one out and you're just going to blindly just bet him without. And now, I'm not saying if you're just having fun, recreational, betting 5 or 10 grocery dollars, enjoy yourself. As a matter of fact, I heard Fez say on your show, he recommends someone betting $5 or $10 on all the games or something,
well,
something like
he
that?
He said with any season win totals, but specifically because baseball season was coming up.
Baseball, that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
He was saying everybody should have $5-10 on every single season win total.
For the whole season?
Well, so that you know what the pre-flop barometer is for all these teams as the adjusteds come on, how they're priced on a daily basis. It's just a good thing to know and have in your account at all times.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, no, I always take photos of that. I always want to know what it was before the season compared to now. And I'm just saying, even today, if you have to have action, I know it's really tough for people to watch a game and then lose and not have instant action. So they're going to fire on something they didn't really want pre-flop. Mm-hmm. So this is the one time of the year, I said it a couple weeks ago here, I have no problem with you betting a $5 5-team parlay. That's right, 5-team parlay. Because I know if you can't control yourself, maybe you say you lean to something, well, maybe you start out your 5-teamer with the second game or the third game. This way you have action still you can root without having to fire and you know your regular normal size $100 unit. Just have a little $5 5-teamer or something. Listen, I know it's very, very tough this time of the year. You hear especially if you're in a sports book, everyone's screaming and yelling around. You feel the excitement in the air. It easily can lead to overbetting, easily. And I always say it in this space and many, my guys that come in, I can't help them. They're going to still fire. It doesn't. They're coming here with $2,000. They're betting the $2,000 the first day. Matter of fact, by 9 a.m., the $2,000 will be all in. And God forbid they lose that, they're hitting their credit cards. They're going over to the Barbary Coast there to get the Western Union. I mean, they're, that's just, it is what it is.
I love referring to you in the third person. Does Bill Krackomberger do brackets or Survivor or anything like that?
I just did this VSIN.
You just did the bracket challenge.
Yeah, the bracket challenge.
Billy's in the VSIN bracket challenge. You got 7 minutes. 7 minutes to submit.
I filled out. I did fill out a bracket. Twitter actually reached out to me. This Twitter Sports with like 15 million followers reached out to me and said, "Hey, can you do a bracket for us?" So I did a bracket. It's on Twitter, and I did a bracket for Fox, the Fox show I do on the weekend. So I did do a bracket. Tell you what, very tough because you want to always have that outlier there too, so that knocks other people out.
Well, especially in something that's a massive pool like that, you've got to have an outlier.
You got to have an outlier.
If you're playing with 10 of your friends, you shouldn't.
Sure, that's right. Very good. Very good for people to know.
Yeah,
but yeah, so it's fun stuff this time of the year, but it can easily lead to overbetting and over gambling. You know, you're betting more than your bankroll is. I know you're supposed to bet 1 or 2%. Who does that? And we could teach that to her blue in the face. Yeah, no one bets 1-2%.
And remember, I'll just repeat some of the things we said all week here because you have again the 35 minutes here before the first tip. If you're in an upset rewarded pool, you should be picking upsets all over the place, and you should not be worried about having wrong guesses because that is what matters both in the first and the second round. If you get rewarded for a 13 over a 4, right, extra 9 points, or a 12 over a 5, an extra 7 points for the correct win. So just go crazy in upset rewarded pools. I'll give my survivor plays. Rick Gaiman, Kelley, and I did a whole thing on survivor strategy yesterday. I'll give my survivor plays after the break. But just know all those things when you're entering the pools here, even in the last 35, if you haven't pressed submit yet. And again, last 5 minutes here before the bracket challenge at VSIN, at VSIN.com/contest.
How does that work? What's a survivor pool in this? What do you?
Oh, it's I can't talk enough about it.
Maybe after the thing.
So, you know, football is just, NFL is just linear, right?
Yeah.
18 weeks, or on Circa it's 20 with Christmas and Thanksgiving. But in the NCAAs, because there's a bracket, you can get beat on both sides. You can get beat on getting knocked out, or running out of teams because you have to
Can't
fit
use the same
puzzle.
team twice.
Can't use the same team twice. But remember, teams are getting eliminated on each side of the all 4 brackets, all 4 regions.
Right.
So you could run out of teams.
So you can win, but have no chance that you can
and
win
then
early.
You won't win.
Oh, God.
And you're trying to pick a team
Wow. A lot of strategy
that
there.
wins but then gets knocked out right after
Right.
that, so someone
Right.
doesn't benefit from them later. It's a whole thing. We'll come back. All of our picks, including that next. The buzz is in the air from March Madness. Circa Resorts, Gill Alexander. We get tweets at Beating the Book. Chris Schneider talking about the VSIN Bracket Challenge. He says, we can see all of your picks. Wes Reynolds and I will see you at the finish line, Gill. I hope so. I hope it is the 3 of us. Let's see here. Dell, Mind the Gap Radio. Bill Krackomberger, a gem in the industry, he says. Ice Cold Gambler, yo. Bill better get on the road to get diversion. It's okay, Crack. Tell Gill I got to go. I got money to make and books to kick me out. And then there's a few people, Elsie Bish, Stuart Carlin. I get it, guys. It was a madhouse getting to the bracket challenge here before the deadline, so it was getting kind of packed with people. I understand. So it's that's what happens when you wait to the end, y'all. It's popular. It's a popular thing. This is a wolf named Wayne. 70 degrees in Indiana yesterday and snowed out of work today. Wow. This may be the best day ever. Firmly planted in my recliner, taking in a numbers game and basketball all day. Love it, wolf named Wayne. Thank you. Bobby Geddes. As a Maryland Terps alum, my friends who really follow NCAA basketball say this is the best team in 20 years. It is. Maybe since 2002, really. That being said, my first bet was also Grand Canyon. Let's get a 7-point Terps win. I'm right there with you. JC at JC562876. Good morning, fellas. A question out of curiosity. At Circa, what is the percentage of people betting $1,000 per bet for March Madness? Is that considered a high roller?
Oh, God, yeah.
What do you think the percentage? We don't know what the percentage is.
Very small.
But it's small. Yeah.
Very small. The average bet in this country is under $100. Even here at the Circa, no, very small.
Brian M., someone called Derek to get the helicopter on the roof at Circa for Bill to get to Arizona for the DK March Madness Survivor contest before the first tip. And then Jamie Leva, in Dave Ross's defense, he claims to never touch a thermostat here in the studio. And Bill Marjalewski, happy March Madness to you as well. It is time for our G-Bank. Best bets of the day, courtesy of G-Bank, the official bank of VSIN, and we got a ton of them. My college hoops best bets that I made. These are in the account from earlier in the week. Liberty +7 on the Flames there. I'm on North Carolina laying the point as North Carolina tries to be a first 4 team once again to get to the round of 32. They would be the 13th in 14 years. First 4 team to get to the round of 32. Yale plus the points. Drake plus the points against Mizzou, and Arkansas plus the points this morning as well, or today
love
as
those
well.
First 3.
You like them? All right, cool. I also had Grand Canyon was the very first bet I made at plus 11 against the Terps. UC San Diego +3 against Michigan. I'm not thrilled with that. And then Georgia plus the points against Gonzaga. Those are actually 8 of my 20 that I actually submitted in the bracket challenge, but I actually made bets on those 8. Tennis today. After the +237 dog winner yesterday, they got us a winning day. On the men's side, Zizou Bergs at +108 against Nuno Borges. And then on the ladies' side, I think one of these might have started already. Magda Linette +170 versus Ekaterina Alexandrova. Naomi Osaka -119 versus Ludmila Samsonova. And Rebecca Sremkova at +170 versus Jasmine Paolini. To the next slate. This is from Kelley. He's on Yale plus the points. I think Yale, and he also took them on the money line. He sprinkled on the money line. Same thing he did with Grand Canyon. Took him with the points, and he sprinkled on the money line. He's laying 17 with the Spartans today. That might have been a confusion thing with him earlier. Omaha, first to 10 points in their game, +225. North Carolina on the money line, -125. And Memphis plus the points here.
Triple match. North Carolina, Grand Canyon, Yale.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take down everybody.
Yeah. Dallin Cuff from ESPN was on the show. He's got the Purdue high point over 154. Houston team total over 77.5. Clemson laying the points. And then VCU on the money line against BYU today. Rounding out the quartet of picks from Dallin, who was kind enough to join us. Oh, wait, there's more. He's on Georgia. Those were all early morning plays today. Then, sort of bracket wide, he's on Georgia plus the points against Gonzaga. Wofford team total under 57.5. Yale plus the points. And UC San Diego plus the points against Michigan. Oh, there's a lot of popular dogs. Adam Burke, high point plus the points. Utah State plus the points against UCLA. Oh, boy. On that one. Zach Cohen, Michigan money line against UCSD. Clemson laying a touchdown. Colorado State minus the 1.5 against Memphis, and Xavier on the money line after that great win over Texas yesterday at plus 142, as Xavier tries as a first four team to get to the round of 32. Zach Cohen also on the Timberwolves to win the West at 25-1 in the NBA. In tennis, he's on Sophia Kenin plus a set and a half versus Coco Gauff, meaning she takes a set off Coco today. Linda Fruvertova, not Brenda, her sister, but Linda Fruvertova. I know you had that question as to which Fruvertova it was. Plus a set and a half, laying a lot of juice there, minus 159 against Beatriz Haddad Maia, the Brazilian. So got to have Fruvertova winning a set. And then Elena Gabriela Rus at minus 118. He got a good price against Magdalena Frech. Frech is how you pronounce that. Frech, Bill. Bill Krackomberger. He's got Yale plus the points.
That's just one of them. I mean, we have a lot of plays actually that I just seen you guys give out that match me. We won't stop here at VSiN until everyone's in a homeless shelter. So,
With the same pick? With the same pick, you mean?
No, just giving out people. Yeah.
G-Bank, the official bank of VSiN, upping the ante with up to a $750 bonus for new G-Bank Visa Signature Card customers. First new customers who spend $1,000 on eligible purchases within 90 days from account opening receive a $250 bonus. In addition, if you spend $50,000 on gaming and sports app loads within the 30 days of account opening, you'll receive another $500 bonus. That's potentially a $750 bonus. Apply now at VSiN.com/GBank. That's VSiN.com/GBank. Subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. I promised that I would tell you what my survivor plays are today. Now, I am in a pool. You have to know the rules. I am in a pool where you can have a max 3 entries, and you get a rebuy on one rebuy before the Sweet 16 on all of them. So you get one mulligan on all of your entries, the max of 3, before the Sweet 16. So and it's upset rewarded because the tiebreaker at the end is the aggregate seed total. So you're incentivized to pick upsets. So my 3 survivor plays today, knowing all those rules, are yes. UC San Diego is one of them. They are, in fact, a 12 seed. So I'm taking UC San Diego. These are done by the day, by the way. You're not surviving rounds. You're surviving each day. So these are all today. UC San Diego is on my first entry. Drake against Mizzou. Drake is entry number 2. And Arkansas, entry number 3. Those are my 3 survivor plays for today. Let's go, baby.
Okay, so now you can't use them again then.
Can't use them again.
You can't use them again. And you get 3?
3 entries.
So you got 3 entries. Okay,
Yeah.
and you can rebuy.
So if
After-
you get one rebuy, you don't get to keep.
Do you
rebuy.
rebuy if you get knocked out, or can you just rebuy again to have another entry going?
No. You can rebuy just that entry.
Okay.
And the team that beats you, you are not allowed to use either.
Gotcha.
Moving forward.
Gil, I didn't expect what I'm seeing here on this first Louisville-Creighton game. I woke up this morning. I woke up real early. I seen a couple 2.5s, couple 3s, nothing crazy. Now I can't believe all the movement on this first game. This is a very efficient line. So you understand that after these lines have been up since Sunday night, it's a very efficient line. So to see Circa, they just moved from 3 to 3.5. And there's other books, key books, that move from 3 to 3.5. To see them move just shows me that, and I'm looking at the whole screen moving a little bit. People are they're so pumped up. I need action in that first game. Give me Louisville. Yeah.
That's the public just
It's gotta
showing
be.
up and just like,
I mean,
wait.
it's the only real game that's like
Yeah.
on my screen. That's every single place. It's just kind of interesting.
3 extra juice offshore. It's TV.
Yeah. By the way, some great spots around town too. I stopped into Silverton for some. Why did I stop there? I stopped there for a reason. But the guys that run the book there, Silverton.
You don't
great,
stop stop in the Silverton.
No, I was looking to steal on some machine or something. Someone called me, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, the sportsbook manager grabbed me. He seen me. I knew him from. He worked at Tuscany. It's a Circa book there. And he was saying, like, look at our little book here. And cool. I said, well, you got 9 seats in the front, about 30 on the outside, all free. And the tables and boots. I was like, how do you get them? Because they're nice. The boots are nice there. He goes, listen, if you want to come in with 4 of your friends, 5 of you, you take the booth. If you bet cumulatively 2,000 throughout the day, you can have a booth. I was like, that's not between you is all the $100 bets, and the table's $500. That means the bet. You're not paying for that. You're paying if you just bet that much.
Kelley tells me those guys used to work at the D, where we used to work.
Oh, okay. They were nice. What nice guys. What nice guys. No, it could be a play. Alan Dvorkis calling here. You got 1 minute, Alan. Hold on.
Alan Dvorkis.
Yeah, Alan Boston Red.
Yeah.
So
Alan Boston calling Bill right now.
South Point, the South
You
Point.
should pick up the call. We should hear Alan on
Ooh, and
thing.
he'll curse.
Yeah,
He'll curse.
I know he will.
Just can't help himself.
Yeah, that's right.
He may even say, F that Gill. No,
Yeah,
I'm joking.
that's what he would say.
I'm joking. And I was over at the South Point yesterday. I put a tweet up there. I got like 60,000 views already. Just what was going on last night? The calm before the storm. The whole lounge you couldn't get in. The whole book. People everywhere. South Point. Free seats. Party upstairs.
Oh, it's
2,500 seats upstairs.
Yeah, man.
What a time to be in Vegas. What a time to be here. I'm really excited. I
so
usually don't
great.
get too excited for betting.
It's
So,
fantastic.
I got my Gamblers Anonymous class tonight, so I'll be good.
Every year. It's fantastic. Whether you're in
I'm
brackets,
joking.
whether you're in Survivor, whether you're just betting, whether you're in our VSIN Bracket Challenge, I hope you're in that as well. Whatever it is that you're doing here, enjoy and good luck with everything you're doing betting-wise.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at zero cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.